Alright, so this the deal, right? We talking about life in Chicago, man. West side, where I ride, how I ride. Yeah. And like I'm in this bad situation where, I'm stuck, I'm on the run. Yeah. People's after me and shit like that. And I'm supposed to be on this block jamming with my guys and shit. About 8 of us I'm supposed to set this motherfucking dope. And in the process, the conditions ain't right. Cause when people try to sell drugs, call themselves selling drugs or whatnot, 99.9% of the time, them people's gonna always be on the losing end. So here I am stuck in this position though, because I really can't turn down the dollar. Or maybe I don't know how to turn down the dollar in this particular predicament, because if I turn down the dollar, I ain't got no place to stay. I ain't got no place to go. I'm on the run. Yeah, I can't go. So my guys, they ain't in that predicament. They having the intelligence level that they got. They able to basically say, this ain't the proposition for me, man. I'm not finna sit out here, $30 off a pack, and then for an hour, then we gotta rotate. That means in 8 hours, take 8 hours for me to get the pack back. I make $30 now. 8 hours from now, I make another 30. I make 60. You see what I'm saying? Even if some of y'all drop off and do some other shit. Now we rotate because you getting 10. You always getting something because you're getting 10 on security. So you might be on security a little bit more often because there's 2 security slots. You dig? But it's only $10. So you average out, maybe you make $20 in the 8-hour shift off being a motherfucking security. You dig? And so 20 plus that 30 you made off being a Pac-Man, that's $50 in an 8-hour span. Instead of you going to get a motherfucking job, you should have went and got a job, but they ain't giving you no job, if you're in that predicament. And so since they not giving you no job, this is what you left to stake your motherfucking life, freedom, and everything you got on possibly being out here making 10 times less than the minimum wage. Because you out there really making pennies. And then on top of that, once your ass do get booked, you sitting in the penitentiary paying that shit back 24 hours a day. You paying every single bit of it back. Every single bit of it. They are getting their money back from your ass. You dig? That's just being incarcerated. So they get $30-some thousand, whatnot, allocated from the treasury to say that yes, this person is incarcerated, and for having your ass incarcerated, this is what we get. For the most part, ain't helping no motherfucker, except for the motherfuckers that have you incarcerated. You did? War. What I was saying is this: is that since I'm stuck in this situation, that's the only money I can get. I don't want to rob because I'm already on run for some motherfucking shit. So doing a robbery puts me more out there in public viewing and much more of a chance of getting caught up and booked. You dig? So the objective being not to get booked and be on the run for as long as a motherfucker can be, then this is what I got coming, man. I gotta be out here working this pack. $30 motherfucking a pack. Now if you look at it from my perspective, that's cool. Multiplied, if I sell 2 packs in an hour, I make $60 an hour. 4 packs in an hour, I make $120 an hour. So my objective is they lose their motherfucking product. So, it's in their best interest to make sure that, goddammit, I'm a motherfucker that got security on me at all times. Anyway, I cover that. I pocket 1. I pocket $10. So really now I'm only making like 40. I make 40 off this pack. Make it seem like I got a motherfucker out here because I'm gonna use the fact that it's a drug addict, it's a dope fiend out here moving back and forth all the time. I'm just gonna tell the motherfucker, yeah, I paid him, woo-wah bam. You dig what I'm talking about? I keep 40 and I got a dime. You dig? So really I get to keep the whole 50. But anyway, This motherfucking dope fiend, he's called him Uncle Bill and shit. And he's just begging me all motherfucking day. All goddamn day. Been begging me for a motherfucking bag. Young blood, you think I can give me a bag, man? I mean, listen. And you gotta ask motherfuckers how I was when I was that age. You did. Motherfuckers called me cocky, conceited, you know, arrogant, all that motherfucking shit. I can tell you the best thing, maybe the best compliment I ever got about my motherfucking personality. It was a rich white girl. And she said, you pompous than a motherfucker. You dig? That bitch understood, bitch, I'm much more ostentatious than you. I'm much more spectacular. I'm much more perfect than any motherfucker on the face of this motherfucking earth. That's my motherfucking mentality. That's just what the fuck it is. That's what it's always been. That's what it's gonna always be. You did? So, Uncle Bill talking to me like, yeah, man, you let me go and get one of them bags. My response to a motherfucker, so you telling me that I'm gonna waste my time, spend my time, placed in a position of being incarcerated just so I can just give you the bags for free. That's what I do. That's what you trying to tell me. I'm young blood. Listen, man, I'm not talking about nothing like that, man. Listen, young blood, I just want me a bag, man. Gotta get a bag, bro. Yeah, I ain't trying to put you in jeopardy or nothing. But you is, ain't you? Young blood, a motherfucking adolescent. Young blood, a motherfucking underage, a juvenile. Young blood, a young adult. Young blood, barely making it into adulthood. Here your overgrown motherfucking ass come, enticing me, soliciting me, entrapping me into this drug game. You dig what I'm saying? Now, I'm not putting blame on them motherfuckers for being drug addicts and that. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just telling you that when you really look at the whole overall scenario from beginning to motherfucking end, every last one of you motherfuckers in society is a detriment to me as a young motherfucker. You as a drug addict is a detriment to me. You contributing to the delinquency of a minor. You as a motherfucking police officer contributed to the delinquency of a minor because since I haven't fully developed my thinking skills. You constantly chasing after me and putting me in jeopardy of being in a cage and shit like that is developing certain sorts of thought processes towards the system that in my young age starts to consecrate and become reality, normal. This is the way it is. So instead of you actually doing some police work, you have created the problem that makes the police have to work. You see what I'm saying? You created that. So all you motherfuckers, the politicians, presidents, they don't give a fuck if it's Obama, motherfucking Trump, and they don't give a fuck about none of these motherfuckers. It's the same fucking shit. And the reason it's the same fucking shit because that's how the system is designed from beginning to end. You did? So me being a young motherfucker, I know this shit, but I might not be able to articulate it the way I am at this point, right? And so since I'm not necessarily able to articulate it, my motherfucking pistol can help me give you some understanding. Once I blast your motherfucking ass, you're gonna comprehend exactly what I'm trying to say without me having to put it all out in details the way I am now. You did. I ain't gotta say no more. You did. That's why in Chicago, that's why we say that. Say no more. Say less. I ain't got to say no more. I ain't got to say shit because the motherfucker know that whatever fuck I'm talking about is backed up by the fact that, man, I pump your motherfucking hole, pump your chest full of motherfucking holes, and blow your motherfucking insides out. You dig what I'm saying? And so that being the case, now I have established with a motherfucker complete and unequivocal credibility that I ain't gotta never tell this motherfucker nothing else. I say yeah, he know I mean yeah. I say nah, he know I mean nah. You understand me? And that's just what the fuck it is. So, me being that motherfucker, Uncle Bill constantly coming at me, yeah, young blood, you know what I'm saying? You know, eventually, during the day, he thinking he's wearing on me and shit like that, but I'm starting to think, shit, if I give Uncle Bill this dime bag, this motherfucking glass and some motherfucking boulders, he gonna go bust his chest some motherfucking way and sit the fuck down for a minute. But, if I tell this motherfucker, you want this dime bag, bring me 10 motherfuckers. Ain't no motherfucking dope fiends at this point in time finna come by no motherfucking one bag. Hey man, give me a dub. Nah. This is now. These days the dope fiends is retarded just like the motherfucking dope dealers. The dope dealers is retarded just like the dope fiends, cause 9 times out of 10 they basically one and the motherfucking same on some level or another. You feel me? So anyway, but they gonna come by 2, 3 motherfucking boulders at a motherfucking time. And so that being the case, I tell motherfucking Uncle Bill, you want this motherfucking bag? Uh, bring me 10 motherfuckers. Every time you bring me 10 motherfuckers, I give you a bag. Now look what I just did. I made him the Pac-Man. You know what I'm saying? I made him the Pac-Man and I made him security all in one. I just appointed myself the money collector. That's all I'm doing. I'm the distribution center. You dig? I'm not the supplier. I'm not the dealer. I'm the distribution center. You understand me? So the supplier can get his, the dealer can get his. I'm getting mine, motherfucker, for real. You feel me? And now since I got a vendetta, I got a motherfucking vendetta because buddy that's supplying us, he shitted out on my peoples out the gate. So, shout out to Fat Cat, shout out to Lil Sid, you know what I'm saying? Bolak, Wilbur, Fred, Lil Juan, RIP, bro. You understand me? Our whole motherfucking crew, the close-knit part of us, we had a crew about 250 to 500 motherfuckers, man. No bullshit. And that's just us out there on the deck as far as the woods. Now, you come back from the deepest part of the woods and go back into the heart of Chicago, come on, man. As juvenile as we are, guaranteed, motherfucker, anywhere in this country, in the history of the world, we unprecedented in the Chicago area as being ride or die motherfuckers. Roll with each other no matter what. Roll for roll. So he don't cross them. You did? Which means I got a vendetta against him. Even though he one of the brothers, you know what I'm saying? He one of the motherfuckers. He got a little bit of position, you know what I'm saying? But dig. Now you don't cause me to have to bust this move. Now, if I wasn't on the run, I probably would have just blamed this motherfucking ass and took off. But I need the money. I need this nigga. And this is a situation a lot of motherfuckers find themselves in, whether you're talking about a job or you're talking about hustling or anything. You find yourself in a position where you need people, so you got to bust a move with them. You know what I'm talking about? And so, yeah, I bust a move with him, but he got boulders. So I don't only figure out my way to push this motherfucking pack without having to push the pack. I got Uncle Bill busting the move. Now he finna go tell every dope nigga 40-something years old. So him 40-something years old, you know how many drug addicts this motherfucker know? He got, Lord have mercy, he probably got a Rolodex bigger than the president of straight stone cold crack addicts, weed addicts, you understand me? Goddamn it, powder heads and all kinds of shit, pill poppers and heroin and shit like that. So this motherfucker here is all the connect I need. And now Joe giving out these motherfucking boulders. You did? So I double juggle on his ass. So he give me a 250 pack. I cut them all in half. Or 200 of them, 20 of them, I cut them in half. So I cut the 20 in half. Now I got 40. You did? Since Uncle Bill bringing them in so quick, and they coming about me having 40 is still like I had 20. It's gone. Bam, bam. But when Uncle Bill come back for his motherfucking rock, okay, I got that. Bam. He blow. He sit down somewhere long enough to go through his motherfucking high stages and this, that, and another. Now he want to run on the rock, right? So what he got to do? He got to go out there and hustle some more. Now he hustling even harder because he chasing the high. You know what the high is? The high over here, man, that motherfucker shit potent. So now he chasing that motherfucker. Man, I'm gone. And he gonna do this for a few more cycles. But his few more cycles, he gonna taper off. You did? Because he gonna been known to smoke so much good shit that he really can't go no more. He don't wore down. He don't wore down. It's his cycle. It's time for him to go to bed. He'll go to bed, be back up in about 15 minutes. But that's what he got to do. Now he got to wear down. It's human nature. He going to wear down. I don't care how much drugs at some point you got to wear down. And if you keep taking the drugs, to get you past that wore down part, you end up wore down all the way to the bottom. Don't even know you wore down. You're worn down. You is washed up. And don't even know it. You just getting high just to pretend. Getting high to keep remembering that you don't remember who the fuck you really is. You understand me? And all kind of retarded type shit. So anyway, that's where the whole Johnny Cappuccino thing come from. You did? It's me fucking with goddamn it, Uncle Bill ass. Uncle Bill steady bothering the motherfucker about getting the bag, and it dawned on me that we all know some kind of Uncle Bill in our lives. You know what I'm saying? He might not be a drug addict. Might not be, on heroin and nothing like that. There's just these people who there's logic to what the fuck they trying to say, but it ain't logical because you can tell by the evidence of their life they ain't getting nowhere off of that motherfucker shit. I don't give a fuck how intelligent they are. They not getting nowhere off of this shit. Nowhere, period. You understand me? And so that being the case, it's illogical. If you tell me 5 plus 5 is 10, I know that's the right answer. But if that's not making me money, you did, or 5 plus 5 equals 40, how you gonna get there? That's what or rising up. I don't rise up until I figure that out. How do I make 5 plus 5 add up to 179? How do I make 5 plus 5 add up to, or not add up to 3 because that's less than a 10? But I can comprehend why I would add up to 3. Somewhere along the line, I know I fucked up, so let me readjust what I'm doing to a different set of parameters, a different set of processes. You dig what I'm talking about? And that'll let me go hit this way or that way. But yeah, like I said, man, I was pushing this motherfucking shit. And I got Uncle Bill busting that move on me, and that's all, man. He just keep trying to forget him because I met so many people like that throughout life. You know what I mean? That here's the fork in the road. And instead of you taking this one, 5 plus 5 is 10. I know you know it is. But you know that that's not going to get you what you want. So you stick with 10. Even though you know that's not, well, that's what human nature would tell your ass to do as a depressed human nature, as an altered human nature. Naturally, all of nature is going to grow in the direction that's going to benefit us. So that means that if 5 plus 5 is 10, but it's not benefiting us, then we're going to make 5 plus 5 equal 10,000. 5 plus that 5 is going to have to equal 178,000. It's just what it is. It's got to do it because it's the only way I'm going to prevail. And so we on the bottom of society, collectively, we don't really take time to pay attention to that. And so our moves are still going to be the ones that cause us to fail or get even less. 5 plus 5 is going to be 10, and it's 10, and it's 10, and I'm honorable, I'm honest, I don't lie, and so I'm going to lose. I won't manipulate, I won't deceive, and so I'm going to lose. You see? And that's basically what it's going to end up as. No matter what, you're going to lose. Or you're going to lose even more. Because you're going to say, man, I'm going all the way. Balls to the wall, bitches. I'm going all the motherfucking way. So you're really going to lose. Big. You're going to lose big to make it seem like you went for all the marbles. But you never went for all the marbles because you already knew that that wasn't going to get you the marbles. You knew that you was going to have to change the equation from 5 plus 5 is 10 to 5 plus 5 is 69. You knew that you was going to have to do that. But because you didn't want to be the person who lied, because you figured like, well, I'll be dishonorable if I lie. You don't want to be dishonorable. Then you're going to defect from human nature and go in the opposite direction. You see, and dissolve and fall down to the level of now instead of 10 plus 10 is 5, you on some 10 plus 10 is 2 type shit. 10 to plus 10 is 3 type shit. So that's why you're getting high. That's why you're doing all the fucked up shit. You can, you put the heroin in you, you putting weed in you, you putting, alcohol in you. Not to say that you can't use this shit. I mean, listen, man. All the motherfuckers in the music industry use that shit because they figure that shit gonna help their ass come up with a different sound or say something, unique and distinct that's gonna make them stand out. Listen, all that's the illusion, but they figure that, well, 10 plus 10 equals 2, and I got a hit record, so 10 plus 10 equals 2. Okay, what I'm trying to tell you is that their money position puts them in a predicament where they can hide all the problems with not going in the natural form and the natural direction of human nature. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got that money, so it's just clear and convincing. Like being in the penitentiary. In the penitentiary, we all got the same clothes, so he can't hide behind, oh, I got Gucci up in here. I got this, and we got the same shit. You see? Now he might try to hide behind his canteen bag. Nigga, I go to canteen every motherfucking week. Nigga, I go to canteen. Nigga, the fact that you spent $20 a week, $30 a week, $75 a week, $150 a week, paying the same motherfuckers that got your stupid ass incarcerated, that is not a motherfucking cancellation prize. You see? You see how illogical this shit is? Now you take that motherfucking microcosmic glimpse at what I'm trying to tell you and apply it to the magnitude of the world. You got motherfuckers in all these motherfucking positions, regardless of what it is, trying to make it seem like they getting ahead when they ain't really getting ahead. You feel what I'm saying? And since they ain't getting ahead, that's why we can't get ahead. Right? It's like my household. If I get ahead, my whole household gets ahead. So if the motherfucking president, the Obama motherfucker, the Trump motherfucker, the Clinton motherfucker, the Bush motherfucker, the Reagan motherfucker, if that motherfucker is ahead, how come I'm not getting ahead? He head of the household. How come I'm? Because he really not getting ahead. He's not getting ahead no way, no how. The same problems from 20, 30, 40, 60 years ago is the same problems now. He not getting ahead. He ain't even staying afloat. He just doing all kind of foolish ass tricks and whatnot to get a motherfucker to think that he getting ahead or think that he able to maintain. And so if that's what this motherfucker is doing, why wouldn't it presuppose that the motherfuckers at the bottom gonna emulate that, imitate that, copy it, and Xerox it, and try to master that same bullshit? You feel what I'm saying? So we've all met a motherfucker like that on some level or another. You did? Uncle Bill, or Johnny Cappuccino as I call him collectively. I call him Johnny Cappuccino because, you know, here's Johnny. You know what I'm saying? But Cappuccino because this motherfucker's just amped up all the motherfucking time. What is you amped up for? You ain't solving no motherfucking problem. And I hate to tell people this, but the truth of the matter is this video is a jewel in the sense that a lot of motherfuckers won't even know what Johnny is really all about because they never watched this particular video right here. But I'm gonna tell you like this. Johnny and Evooize de Medici, or Johnny and Don Icy, there's no connection. They ain't never met. You see, the music that I designed is based on Johnny is who I become if at that juncture in the fork in the road I do as everybody else. Don Icy is a figment of Johnny's imagination. This is what Johnny imagines he would become if he hadn't taken the turns in life that he took. Now, the trick of the matter is that all of them, Johnny Cappuccino, Don Icy, Evooize de Medici, all of the players in this Broadway musical, so to speak, all the players in this, every part of them that makes them so real is that I give them my real life to create Johnny's imagination. I give my real life to develop the character and style and plot of Don Icy. And I use my real life, I'm talking about the documents, my trial documents, arraignment documents, my, incarcerated, whether I was incarcerated in the feds, whether I was incarcerated in the state, whether I was in solitary. I use my real life and what's documented as the composite makeup I give each one of them. Obviously, Evooize de Medici being me in the visual sense, as if I'm the camera. You understand me? I'm the most super high powered Uber camera in the history of the world. In terms of what I see, there is no edit. What I see, there's no filter. There's no shutter. There's no color change and all that. It's just the raw footage. You see what I'm talking about? And that's what I plan to do. That's what I want to do. And I felt like the whole character of Johnny Cappuccino. Hey Don, would you ever help him and wrap this shit up, motherfucker? I'm talking about you been running your goddamn mouth 27 motherfucking minutes. Now you gonna let goddamn Johnny have a moment to say to all the goddamn people out there, especially you retarded motherfuckers in America. I want to welcome every last one of you goofy motherfuckers to the Don Icy Show. The greatest, the greatest, the greatest show on earth. The greatest show on earth. Now let me hand this motherfucker back over there to the Don and shit. So as I was saying, it's like I needed to take all these particular things that will expound on what society and the world is really like. I needed a creative way to be able to tell you the truth about shit. You feel what I'm saying? Other motherfuckers tried their way. You know, the Malcolm X way, the Martin Luther King way, the Jesse Jackson way, the Mandela way, the Al Sharpton way, the, W.E.B. Du Bois way, the Langston Hughes way, the Philip Adolph Randolph, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. The Dr. Huey P. Newton way. How about we try it my way? You understand? How about we really open some motherfuckers' eyes without necessarily telling them that they was wrong because they was blind from the beginning? I know it kind of smacks racism in the face. Because you look at these motherfuckers and you're like, God damn, these idiot motherfuckers is doing all this detriment and harm to black people, African people, people of color, the whole world over, this, that, and the third, you know? But let's say, according to their science, and possibly according to your own science, that the whole world of human beings started in Africa. That's the consensus. That's what they're saying. That's what everybody is saying. So God made Adam and Eve, this and that and other, however you want to look at it, whatever happened. Something created you. In order for something to create you, there has to be a higher you outside of you, right? Just like you outside of your son is outside of you. You did. To develop him, you got to put in a certain amount of, work, this and that and the other. You did. It's a part of you inside of him. It's part of him that's inside of you. That's always inextricably linked together. Always interwoven and entwined. You dig? Can't unravel it. So whatever created us, there's that same demo. We know there's no such thing as phenomenon. There's such thing as we haven't figured out what actually took place in this junction. You did. So that's what creates the illusion that there's some phenomenon that took place, some spectacular magical thing took place. No, it wasn't magical. It's just the connection between this part of the equation and that part of the equation. We don't understand at this juncture what that means. So it looks like something tricky, something magical took place, or something, whoa, what was that? You did, oh man, spectacular, but it really wasn't spectacular. I just haven't figured that out yet. We haven't figured that out yet. You dig what I'm saying? So anyway, We know that would lead to whoever, whatever created us in his image, but a carbon copy, a Xerox copy of him. The people that come after us would be Xerox copies. They're not even a copy of God, they're a copy of us. You see, we, the black people, if you said we're the original man, original woman, then we're God's copy. And everything and everybody after us isn't a copy of God, actually. It's a copy of us being God. So that means the copy that we've handed down from generation to generation, millennium after millennium or whatever, once it gets into the hands of these white people, that's our doctrine. You did? So they've only learned essentially what we've taught them, which is to be idiots. Because that's what we've been. We've been idiots. Intelligence would tell us we would have to go back in and restructure their brain function, or we would have to create new kind of white people. We would have to develop those people so that they actually work how they're supposed to work. They're supposed to work in connection and conjunction with us. You dig what I'm talking about? Not incarcerating us and all this other ridiculous ass shit you can point out throughout society. Whether you're talking about discrimination, prejudice, racism, whatever, institutional, community-wise, housing-wise, job-wise, whatever. You did on whatever level or another that they are this much of a threat to us, we created that. In as much as we haven't risen up to our level of intelligence to create them as intelligent beings. You did? We ain't did that. We still wallowing down in the dirt, goddammit. And, you know, 5 plus 5 is 4 ass shit. When we know that 5 plus 5, yes, it's 10, but that requires us, because of the present circumstances and predicaments and situations and scenarios that we see throughout society, the way it's shaped at this juncture, then we have to develop an equation where 5 plus 5 equals 989 billion. We got to do that. You understand? So that being the case, if we're not taking that part of us and utilizing it to develop a new copy of ourselves, a white, intelligent populace, you dig, then we're just as guilty, you see. And so that's what I want my music to be. That's what I want all the things that all the projects I put together, that's what I want them to represent. That I'm going beyond just accusing this motherfucker of being racist. I know he's racist, but him being racist is not necessarily a testament of him being a bad person. Him being racist is a testament of me or whoever as black people collectively having left them in a position of power that they shouldn't have been in. And I'm saying that because they wouldn't know how to deal with us otherwise. They wouldn't know how to sit down intelligently and talk to the Africans and say, you think I could get a part of this land to use it for this, for housing and this, that, and the other? You know, we figured this is what we need for the resources, and the resources require that we go this route, etc., right? So since the white man didn't have that kind of intelligence, he never could sit down with the African and ask for permission to make moves. He therefore, since he wasn't intelligent enough to have a conversation with us, had to be a criminal. You see what I'm saying? So his racism is really